Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone, and welcome, dear investor and dear trader. My name is François Ablé, and I'm very happy to find you through this financial rubric that now you are accustomed, I'm supposed. And this is your first time to discover me. I'm the main trainer and founder of Global Street Trader Academie, which is GSTA acronym, which is a financial online academy where we teach people how to trade stock, bonds, indices, and commodity too. And our special aim is to help people for reaching the the perfectness in financial market. It's just I just say that for exaggeration, but of course we're here for reaching people to be profitable on financial markets, and this is our aims, which is this is the things that it's thrive us, and we do that. And if you're interested, and if you want to be framed, you want to be trained and followed up, I kindly recommend you to coming to us, and we will take care of you for sure. Our brand is to transform retail stupid trader, as you already hear that, to savvy retail trader, right? So before to get started, I would like to thank you so much uh, for help us to reach 300 people, because GSTA is very brand new financial academy online. Canadian is a local, and we are acknowledged by the Canadian government, and we would like to thank you so much for reaching 300 people. We expecting to continue in the same way, and this is kind of special things which is empowered us and giving us like the strength and the courage to continue and to going further for personally me to share my vision on financial market through this rubric, which is just con- consecrated at the technical analysis. And I alternate with French and English because I used to make French video, and I decided to give you this financial rubric just to help like the major English trader on the retail on the financial market would like to know how the financial market works. That's why that's our goals. So it's very amazing. It's an awesome feeling, and I would like to thank you to do that to help us for reaching 300 people, and I recommend you to continue to share our video, share um, our analysis, and we will like getting big and big, and there we can create like a greatest. We can build the greatest French and English retail trader community on the over the world. That's the name, which is Global Street Trader. Okay. So thank you so much for watching first this video. You can share and you can like it, put a massive thumbs up, share to your friends and all your people that which is interested for that. And we will starting at the our rubric. So this is a disclaimer. Disclaimer is this future equity, ETF, option, CFD, and other derivative is in trading have great potential rewards for sure, but also have the great losing potential for losing and burn your capital. So we have to very be careful with that, and take like all the responsibility on all the decision that you make on financial markets. You need to be aware on the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest these products. Don't invest the money that you can afford to lose. And this is program is neither a solicitation nor an initiative to buy and sell like any financial products. It's just for educational and informative proposal. So I'm assuming that you acknowledge the disclaimer. I'm gonna pass right now at the weekly market technical analysis, which is the 30th April, it is 16 rubric. And today we're gonna see also, as we used to see like through the different weeks over, we used to see in Forex, USD CAD, Dow Jones, gold, and Eurobond. That is all my special products that I follow up during the week, and I share my plan, my technical scenario, and what we can that you guys you follow this show you can expect on the financial market through this product. So now we're gonna start with my my plan. Before that, we go into the classic plan that I show you before. I would like also to make you to warn you about the evolution of the dollar, because as you see on the screen, it is the dollar index, and the dollar index very bullish, is strengthened with the rate and the reaching of the yield 10 years US reaching the 3% on the financial markets, and it's very empowered the chart of the dollar. So as you see on the graph, we see a nice bullish trend right there, and the green line here is support right there. And now we can expecting kind of like we see on the screen kind of downward channel, which is like the most time is realized by the we going out to the ascending movement. So we used to go into the top, right, because the ascending channel. So as a technical analysis, as we see that that does mean the dollar is very bullish pattern. So that's mean all the pair on the forex and also on the the major indices like Dow Jones. Dow Jones and dollar are inverted correlated. So as long that the dollar will strengthen and the dollar will be like show you like a bullish pattern, you have to prioritize like you have to looking for short like all the pairs which is associated with the dollar, as example from like a euro dollar or Aussie dollar or pound dollar, all the pair which is associated with the US dollar. As long that he will is like strengthened, you need to looking for short. But of course, we see that there's lots of likelihood that the movement will pursue to the top, right? But you need to wait. You need to wait there. If you getting out of this like bullish pattern, then you can you cannot anticipate it, but you can react for the anticipation that people will buy the this structure. So that's I would like to first to show you the pattern of the dollar, and to be aware about that the dollar is very strong now, because we got some nice GDP figures, which is I think he's beat all expectation that people or that the financial consensus anticipated, which is like a 2.3% on the GDP for the first quarter. So that's mean the U.S. economy is relatively good for now, but it's just for momentum. And now we see that dollar it's very reinforced. So as I said before, you need to just keep it cool and wait that the dollar like show you truly the his bullish movement before to take action and to trade other pairs. So as we can see other on the USD CAD on the forex, it's still the same things that I show you before on the last week. This is the critical level, which is the monthly close. It's $29,400. So you see that it's kind of a bit reaching with this movement, because USD CAD, when the dollar is strong, USD CAD also going on the top. And as I said before, we are on kind of wide channel. And so as long as we stay on this wide channel, the USD CAD is still bullish, right? So there you can just wait, then we can break, we can expecting to break dollar 29,400 here on this level to pursue this movement, and then we can buy the USD CAD until the first like first stop will be dollar 32,860, right? So this is like the, I can put something like this, voilà, right there. Great. So we can like we can expect in some movement here to push you until this, around this this zone, before to make some action, if we can, we will short, or if we will just like, we can also expecting to continue this bullish movement. Okay, but from now on, I recommend you to stay out of this market and to wait just kindly before that we going over this equal line here. So we can see on the time frame, smaller time frame, if you're working on intraday. So look, this, it's kind of like lateralization, right? And it could be like some a small range. So as long that we going closer to the to this, like this zone of the USD for USD dollar index, it's very contraction zone. So we need to wait that we get out of this contraction here before to take action for buy here on above on the dollar 29,400, which is critical level, to take all of those room, right? This is, so we need to go in before that. Perfect. So from so as we maintain our strategy for USD CAD is still to neutral to bullish. So if you pass to now for the UF30, which is the CFD of Dow Jones Industrial DGIA, and DGIA, the last week I was showing you just this structural pattern, which is the descending triangle. But it's my I would like to say my apologize, because I don't take count of this, like this also bullish pattern that that USD 30 show me, because look like the ascending the descending wedge, right? You see like the we're going down, and it's like getting like contract here. We have to see the contraction, and it's the possible realization for this movement is to going to the top, right? So we're supposed to break this pattern to going further, and here is the like the critical zone, the orange zone for a price that we have to follow up, because the first time that we going here is fell and is going down, it take like some a pivot point here around the like 24,100 here. He take some a rebound, and he going to again attack this orange zone. So the mostly time that we see this kind of pattern is, of course, is a bullish pattern, but we're pretty sure it's not like the difference between the channel as we saw previously on the dollar channel, like descending or ascending channel. As long that we stay on this on the channel, the market still the same with the direction with the movement, as we say here. Look at the dollar. As long as we stay at this down channel, we can consider that the dollar still bearish. Okay, but it's only special from here because we see that we close the market as kind of bullish candle, as you see here, and we very close to getting out of this like to this bearish pattern. So that's why we see here on the US 30, which is the Dow Jones, because as descending wedge, sorry, we see kind of like contraction, and we everybody knows that this structure terminated to the like to going further on the movement. So we just waiting about the breakout of on the top, which is the support here, and now we can looking to buy the Dow Jones. But you have to be very careful with that, because if you fail on this orange zone, it will be reinforced like a bearish signal, and it could be failed, because we know that the rising of the yield 10 years on the United States, and also the possibility to hike 3 or more rate interest could affect the evolution of the Dow Jones. So we have two structure in one structure. We have here, if we consider this is dash brown line here, it's line of descending channel. And if we consider us just also the black the white black structure here, it's considered to the ascent to the descending wedge, which is mostly time finished to the bullish movement, right? So we have to be very careful with this orange zone here, and I recommend you to wait. So as my expectation is to be bullish on the short term and the mid term, but as the long term, I will be like neutral to bearish, because it's difficult to give you a like a certain way to do, because fundamental impact massively on the financial market. Of course, we heard the speech of the ECB, the ECB president, which is Mario Draghi. It sounds like very dovish, like with a QE and a forward guidance policy. So this is empower the market and the stock market to going on the to going like higher. So that's why I'm very cautious to tell you what to do exactly. That's why I recommend you to be bullish on the short term, and mid-term to long term. You have to be very like neutral or bearish, because if we fail here in the orange zone, it will be like the second time. So that's reinforced the possibility to be sell off on the massively on the Dow Jones. Or if you break this level, this support, descending support, of course, it depends of a break. So if you break with kind of this candle, a red here, or this kind, or like a massive blue candle, we can like see maybe a strong move further. So that's my expectation for a USD 30, which is CFD of Dow Jones. So we before to going on the euro bond. So this is the gold. The gold still like very weak. It's because the dollar is it's very like on fire. Is on fire now. So that's why we see kind of this structure of gold. But the gold maybe look like a very nice support to be bought, as like 1,300, which is possibly the best technical level to buy. And it's the same level which is we see at the Ishimoku cloud, the Tenkan and the Kijun, which is very clustered. So maybe it will be like the perfect zone to buy the gold at the 1,310 or 1,300, which is the for me it's the best signal to buy gold, because as we see on the pattern of the Ishimoku cloud, we see that we still bullish on this moment because we are above the Ishimoku cloud. So technically we are bullish in the long term, but you need to wait to get some a perfect time price time to time perfect zone of price to for buying this level. So that's my expectation. So I'm just letting the gold fall until this level, and then I can looking to buy the gold because as we see statistically during over uh, 50 years, it's empirical works. We see that the gold it's still bullish on it's May or June, because the people on the financial markets just use it like a fund and flux transferred. They get out of the equity market and they invest on the gold. So gold are more probably rallied to the May and June, like on the spring, until others financial products. So now I can just waiting because dollar is very strengthened. So I just let it going down. But if we going down and we fell on the top for the SSA for the Ishimoku cloud, I will intend to buy gold. Okay. So as I described here, 1400 is the second true major resistance, and 1360 the first test for the resistance, and the blue line is a monthly close, and the critical level is 1325. Now we break this level, so for sure, and in intraday we are bearish, but in long term we still neutral to bullish. Perfect. So now we're gonna finish with the Eurobond dollar with others partner, which is CMC market. So now I will show you the structure of the Eurobond here. Eurobond is the debt of Germany, and they are with high weight like weight high average on the basket debt in the European basket debt. We found France and Germany, so that's why you call Eurobond. But the government Germany has like lots of weight on it, and as we see here on the Eurobond, this structure that I showed you guys before at the this financial broadcast, I will show you on the daily. We see that we are in technically we are in descending. It could be descending channel or descending also wedge, right? And we know that the most of time this pattern are used to going on up, and we got some a break here on the orange zone. The orange zone was the support, the support and resistance level. So it's kind of a pivot point. So we break that. So that's why we see like a very sell-off movement, and then we coming until the top, the bottom, where we see kind of this structure, which is intermediary line here of diagonal, and it's kind of a pitchfork injures, and we coming to take rebound here, and then we going up. This is the movement that we have done that the last Thursday when Draghi speaking about the evolution of the QE in the Europe, right? So it was again it was sounds like very neutral to dovish, that he tend to continue as long as we recommended to put the money on the financial markets. So that's why we see kind of a rebound here on the blue line here, and then we can also anticipated the movement uh, of the Eurobond. We can like just expected that we going again to test the orange zone, Or if you break the orange zone, we can go into retest the previous monthly level, which is 161, 40, 43, or 45 to be rounded. And then we can weight it. So if you're going again to test this pink level, and we felt that it could validate it, the structure, which is that you know, guys, it is double top, right? I will draw the scenario for you. It could look like something like that we see. Like, I will show you that. So we can see. So you see this kind of. Sorry, I will just show you what's my thinking. Like something like that, right? So we take here, and if you break here, we go in here, we can, and we fail, we can go in on this kind of movement. Okay, so we can have this kind of structure. It could be possible, or we can have this kind of level of pattern, sorry, like this, like kind of, we saw that the movement is still under pressure, and it continued to the, as long as we stay on the channel, we can have this kind of movement. But it depends for sure on the tones of the like the higher responsible for the ECB, or all of those people. Or it could be also reinforce the sentiment, or the bias of the financial market, where people look like that we expecting to end the to end the forward guidance policy, and we expected now that the euro bond dollar will be pursue the higher movement. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a question, please feel free to ask me below this video. uh, you have to also like it, to share to the your people and your friends. And also don't forget also to put some comments and so your point of view at the review section at the official Facebook page of the GSTA, which is help me to improve the quality of this educational proposal rubric and video. So thank you so much. I see you next day. It's 7:45. It was Francois Ablé, GSTA Canada. Thanks again, and see you.